Bros, we're doing a fish bropening today.
Over here,
Check out that fish over there.
good fortune for Dopa, and also thank you for all the friends. Yes. Ready? One, two.
Fuck, that was loud. Broke my eardrums. Check out that knife. Massive.
Right, welcome everybody. Good evening. Thank you for showing your attendance to this. This is a very special evening, obviously grand opening of Dopa. So we thank you very much, Dopa, for having Wellstone cutting shows to help you out on the grand opening. What we'll do is I'll give you a run through and introduction to everybody first, then we'll go through a bit of the schedule for the evening, and then a little bit of special knowledge about southern bluefin tuna in Australia. So we'll run through that. So first of all, we're very lucky to have cutting the tuna tonight is what we call Australia's Meguro master, which is tuna master in Australia, is Narito Ishii-san. So everybody say
No sashimi, no life.
Narito has been working over 25 years in the tuna trade. He has an art of picking the best tuna. He has an art of controlling the entire Japanese market across Australia. So basically any restaurant that buys tuna in Australia somehow goes through Narito. He's either graded the fish, or he's sold it, or he's passed it on, or done his recommendations. So a stamp of approval from him is a high achievement. So we're very, very privileged to have him here tonight on a Sunday evening. Thank you. Accompanying Narito tonight is Toshika Osan. Toshika is the sushi chef and head chef for Monsieur Group. So I don't know how many of you know Monsieur Group. It's one of the, or if not the most prestigious Japanese restaurant group in the whole of Australia. They have 6 restaurants, and Osan is the head chef for the sushi section in their most prestigious restaurant in O'Connell Street. So very traditional Japanese restaurant. He'll be doing all the sushi for us this evening. So again, we are very privileged to have him here. So put your hands together and welcome Osan. So quickly what we'll do through this evening, so next we're going to do the traditional cutting show. Basically Japanese cutting show is very respectful to the animal. The Japanese culture is all about respecting the animal in its live and dead form, and then the entire process and everybody that has played a part on getting that produce to the plate, and then the respect for everybody in that circle. So a lot of attention is placed on the product itself, and everybody looks at their job and their responsibility in the most respectful way is to pass that on to someone else. So the cutting show is a really traditional means of breaking down the fish, and effectively what the Japanese do is they use every single piece of the fish. Nothing is wasted, right? That is one, there's a product here, so let's use everything we have. But 2, this animal has died on purpose to serve us, and we need to respect that. And that is one of the main things that is celebrated in a cutting show like this. So you're very privileged to see that, and Narito will run through and we'll guide you through all the different cuts and how that all works, and all the different flavors that come out of each cut. We'll take your number down, we'll put that on the piece, and then later on we'll come through and collect your hard-earned dollar for that. But those pieces will then be used and served up in a way, in a recommendation with Narito and Osan. We'll recommend what's the best way to serve those and get the best flavor out. Each fish is different, so each fish has a different way of serving it.
In the dish.
But yeah, we will guide you through that. Good luck.
For dinner. Eat it for dinner.
So, no further ado, over to Narito Ishii-san to start the cutting.
All right. Congratulations for the Dopa opening. Sorry, Thomas talking too much, too long. Today his birthday. Alright, so let me show
show you how to cut the tuna. Yeah, let's go.
Any more bits, right? And that's the winner. We'll take your number down. We'll put that on the piece, and then later on we'll come through and collect your hard-earned dollar for that. But those pieces will then be used and served up in a way in a recommendation with Narita and Osan. We'll recommend what's the best way to serve those and get the best flavor out. Each fish is
eat it straight
different,
away?
so each fish has
No,
a
I think
different
they're
way of serving it.
in the dish.
But yeah,
And then?
we'll guide
And
you
then
through
we eat
that.
it.
And good luck.
How do
For
we keep
dinner.
it?
Eat it for dinner.
So,
Oh,
no further ado, over to Narita Ishii-san to start the cutting.
All right. Congratulations for the Dopa opening. Sorry, Thomas talking too much, too long. Today is birthday. All right. So let me show you how to cut the tuna. Yeah, let's go.
no, I don't have a good angle. We'll have it straight.
Alright, so Narita, why do you take the head first? What's the reason for the head first?
This one, just want to show you. And we even eat eyes and the brains, everything. And then after, we show you the good part is the kama. What's the kama, Thomas?
So the kama is the collar area, right? And this is a really special piece. So this piece you get basically the piece of the belly, you get a piece of the back loin, you effectively get a taste of every part of the fish. So it's all captured in that. Towards the neck, it's got a lot of oil, a lot of fat. That kama piece is sought after, and in Japan, everybody's hunting for those at the moment. America's going crazy with that now as well. They've also realized. So these will be two pieces that are going to be auctioned off. Very special pieces. They prepared in a steam oven and then slightly grilled afterwards, so you get the best flavor. So you can see, just hold it up there quickly. So you can see in there, you can see the top red piece, which is the kami meat, which is where the strong flavor is. And then towards the bottom half is where all the fat and the marbling comes in, and that fat is the flavor. So look out for that. We will announce it. Make sure you save your bucks for that one.
All right, now the tail.
Piece.
When we select the tuna, we always cut the tail, and then we see the fat content, color, even taste we get from the tail.
So the grading of tuna, the tail piece tells you a story of what that fish has been through. So if you look, basically if you look, it's got a piece of all the loins in it. So we can look at that, and a really good grader like Ishii-san can look at that, and he can see the journey and the life and what that fish is going to taste like. And the art of, do we keep this fish and age it? How long do we age it? And who's going to be best used for that fish? So the value of tuna is all in the grading.
So shiny.
So those of you who didn't see in the beginning, this fish was 53.6 kilos.
53.4.
53.4
Heavier than
kilos.
me.
So that's a
Bigger
pretty
than
good
me.
size tuna. This fish would already be in its breeding stage, so mature. And the maturity of the fish means that the meat and the flavor of this fish is going to be very different to a smaller one. It's going to have a lot stronger flavors, a lot stronger oil, and that's ultimately where we can take these fish, and Ishii-san can take these fish and he can start aging it, which is a very unique process to get more flavor out of it. It breaks it down, it softens the fish, and it amalgamates the oils and fats. So Narita, why do you cut from tail to head?
Because the meat goes to this with the muscle, it's go that way. People against, meat, it's going to be different way to cut the meat.
And that changes the flavor.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, so everything is cut in a way to enhance the flavor, and this is exclusive Japanese knowledge. You'll see some other people that go the other way, changes the flavor. And what do you call that sword?
Meguro katana.
So this is the big boy. This is for the major cuts. And what Ishi-san is doing here is he's found the centerpiece of where the two muscles come together. So there's a belly side and there's a back side or top line. And he's found the exact center of that, and he's what we call splitting the tuna. He's dividing it equally so you get the flavor of both sides separated. Now each one of these pieces in the tuna is a different value and a different flavor and a different taste. The king basically can break it down and cut it. And it's a very, very respectful part of the process.
Only the
And
king.
you've got to have
What does that mean?
a fair few years of training to get it right.
Okay, so I open the back side and I say, say no. Everybody say, Yosho! Okay, one practice. Say no!
Yosho!
Okay, say no!
Yosho!
That's it.
Yes, tuna.
So why do you take the back line on first every time?
That's actually in Japan. They cut the belly side first.
Yeah.
They use the belly side first. But for us, belly side used after.
Because you normally age it, right?
Aging, that's why.
So the back meat is more of a consumable.
Yes.
It moves faster.
Yes.
And what is distinct about the back meat? The flavor.
But
Color.
meat, also color, also all the flavors there,
Yeah.
gummy meat.
Yeah. So there's a lot more red meat in the back point. The red meat is the strong wild flavor of the bluefin. And that's where certain recipes and certain dishes need that flavor and color. When you go to the belly side, now you're getting into the oils and fats, and you don't want to taint that flavor. So that's when the purists like Osan, they take the belly side and they enhance that, so you taste the flavor
Some
of the meat.
preparation going on there.
You don't want to hide it with sauces and fancy things. You can see here there's a backbone with the rib bones that go vertical, and then there's horizontal rib bones that come out as well. And that's the structure of the fish. The tuna luckily doesn't have any bones in the meat, or the stomach cavity, so everything is centered around the backbone.
Ooh. Look at that.
Oven.
No, I just flipped it over.
So now show you the center cut.
So what he's trimming off here is the sort of the edge of the rib cage, and that holds the stomach in line, protects all the organs, allows the fish to swim at a much greater depth without the stomach closing and collapsing. Now, the moment of truth, this is when you really see what the bluefin quality is like. So Narito is picking a length that fits what Osan is going to do afterwards. Osan needs a certain length to cut the fish and cut it into sizes for sushi. And Ishi-san understands where that section is, and then you'll cut through.
Hey,
Good. Push it.
oh, yeah.
Look how beautiful that is.
That's color. That's everybody want it. And then Chuntor on this side and the Akami this side. So now I'm gonna prepare for the auction. So I'll get the numbers.
So we'll go through the auction. So we'll start handing out the numbers, so just make sure you get one. The numbers should be in the back corner. So if everybody can hand through the numbers.
I don't know if I can help it. Anybody here.
Just hold it in case, I guess.
Yeah, 61. Don't hold it up randomly. Oh, hang on.
Oh, there's 2 numbers.
Why is there another number on the back? It's in Japanese. What are we going to do with this? Oh, what's he doing there? He's scraping some bits off.
Oh, for the Meguro.
Oh,
It's like a mince.
oh yeah. I'll just take that. I bid
What Narito's
$5.
doing is he's taking off what you call nakaochi. Nakaochi is the meat that's around the backbone. Very
Sounds the
soft,
best.
It's actually
good
really
flavor.
yummy.
It's now a delicacy, and in certain restaurants and so on, they use it and manipulate it in a way where it's become one of the most highly priced items on the menu. It's a very unique flavor compared to the
Some
other
photos.
fish.
I can't take photos.
Extremely soft. Like I said, this is one of the pieces that restaurants never used to buy the backbone. We used to keep it and we'd sit there for lunch and eat it. So this is a very special piece to the fish cutters and the fishermen.
Sounds delicious.
Actually, I used to see the head chef in the restaurant do it all the time.
Once we've run through the auction, which will start shortly, come and have a look at Chef Olson. Right, everybody got a number who's going to bid? Like I said, you hold your number up and you shout out what you're going to bid. $10, $15. We have a reserve price on these, so they will start at a certain price, and it's whoever ends on the highest. There is a time limit on it, so we will call it down, and if you want to put your bid in, make sure you put it in.
1 million.
Straightforward.
1 million yen.
Put it in a pot.
Okay, the auction starts!
Quiet.
Nakaochi!
Start with Nakaochi, so 25. We want 25. Someone's going to bid 25 for it. There we go. Pedro with 25. Who's got 26? Anybody looking for 26?
Nakaochi!
26. Best part, famous part, you're gonna miss out. 26, there we go, 26. You've got 26.
Going up
Pedro,
one by
we're
one.
getting 27. Come on.
Guess you can go higher.
26, 27, 28, 28. We got here 28, 29, 30.
I'm just holding up my
Come
camera.
on, Nakaochi's the best part. We got 30, there's 31. 31
His voice is
down there.
breaking.
Anybody else? 32, there we go, 32. It's hotting up.
This is actually hilarious.
33. Come on, it's hotting up. 33. Anybody else? Who's going to see that?
Oh. Opening bid.
71.
Winner. Chicken dinner. I mean tuna dinner.
This one is good, right? This one is
Right, so
Next one, come on!
So like we said, this is normally steamed and then grilled, right? Very strong flavor of the fish, and then a lot of fat in the belly piece. So you get this is a sherry plate normally, and it's incredible flavor. So if you like flavor of all around,
I don't have anyone to share it with.
Next one, come on!
Alright, who's gonna start it? We're starting at $40. Who's starting at 40?
Come on.
There we go. $40 starting. 40, 50. $50. There we got 50. You're looking at
10 at a time.
$70.
Woo!
$100.
Crazy.
$100.
Fuck that.
$100.
Going home. $100. She regretting now. Get a plane ticket to Japan.
There's two of them, isn't there? There's two come up.
Alright, let's all hate on her. It was her. $100.
Okay, who needs to come again?
Last chance.
Oh,
Got one more comment. There's only two on the fish. This is your last
somebody wins
chance.
over 50. She'd be like hitting herself.
$50 to start. 50. $70.
Oh, she already wants that piece.
70. We got 70. Come on, there's
Buy
only
for
one
80,
more.
sell it to her for 100 later.
$75. $80.
Maybe they have
Why
a
does she want it so bad?
maybe they have a big group.
$90. $100. Are you gonna beat it?
Is she alright?
Yeah, she's getting a little
she got a big group over there? They're tripping.
careful with facing.
Huh?
Maybe blur it.
What?
Maybe blur the face.
Why?
They're not blurred.
Yeah. For sure.
You would have heard of the famous Toro?
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
Famous Toro.
$15.
This is starting at $100. Who's starting at? There's $100 start.
Whoa, shit. Everyone's gone.
120. 120. Yeah, who's going next? 130. 150.
She's a bit nervous.
150. 160. 160.
They're a bit nervous.
170. 170. 180. 180.
It looks really good though.
How much? 200.
220. 220. Who else?
230.
Okay. They're just having fun now.
260.
Holy shit. 260.
310.
310.
Fuck, 310 over here. It's way over market value. Oh my god. It's like Sydney property markets.
No, they got 400.
Huh? 400 for that piece. Okay. 400, 4 times above the reserve.
You still got 2 more polo. 2 more polo.
Hit themselves.
I have to buy the whole tuna.
Now it's at the standard. Don't bid.
Ready? Did you miss?
Second time.
Starting. What's he starting, baby?
100.
200.
No, 100.
100. No.
Weak.
150 starts.
Okay, 150.
He's got you.
Who's going up? There. 160.
170.
170. That's it. 170. Come on, 170. 180.
190.
190. 190. We got
Some fake
190.
bidders here.
Anyone involved? 200.
200.
200. 200.
210.
They don't want to miss out. There's 210.
It's a good piece.
210. Looking for 220. 220.
Come on, 220. 220 now.
Going
220.
once. Going twice.
220. Is that the same piece as the first one? Oh shit! You're way overpaid for the first piece. They want to leave.
It's like a nicer piece. Like
Just
the
run,
first
get out, come back again.
piece. Maybe the first piece is nice.
Oh, it looks the same. It's
Right, one more.
Last one.
Last
chance.
So this is the outside piece. It's got a different flavor to the first one. The first one is the highly prized soft inside piece, right? So they've got the prime steak basically. And this is the outside piece. It's got more flavor and more muscle in it, which gives it a different texture.
And then sushi chef, please, sushi chef, can make the sushi for you. Whoever won.
Right, so Jambara.
Let's go.
Starting at 150 for Jambara. Who's coming up? There's 150 to start. He didn't want to miss. 160. Looking for 170. 170, we got it. Looking for 180. Are you going to miss out? 190.
Come on.
Looking for 200.
The last piece.
Last piece, you don't want to miss it.
last
You don't want to miss it. 210, that's it, 210. Looking for 220. They're not going to give up. Who's going next? Going once. Going twice. 230. Here we go. 240, once, twice, 230, sold!
That's a reasonable price, I think.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your dinner.
I want to buy that back though. This is a bit of the water in between. Just to make sure it doesn't stick or what?
Maybe it's like water, salt, sugar mix.
Never knew about that water. How many squeezes is he using? There we go. 1, 2, 3. I can't count it. Too quick. Those pieces look nice. So we are going to try the tuna. This is interesting. It's got a nice, interesting gloss to this. It's got this pinkness around here. I'm trying to not disturb other people from eating, so I'm not talking very loudly. Whoops. Dip it in soy sauce. Oh, that's fresh. Delicious.